Good morning, 6:30. I think it's June 9th. I was kind of wondering yesterday who I was going to talk about it this morning, and I wasn't really feeling it. I couldn't figure out what wide receiver or skill position player I wanted to talk about. And maybe that was the reason why, because I didn't want to talk about a skill position player. I wanted to talk about a player that actually excited me. Detroit's pick, Penei Sewell. 6'4", 331 pounds, out of Oregon. Offensive tackle. I guess that's where he translates to the NFL. This guy, I watched a little bit of tape of him, and I didn't watch near enough because you don't get a chance to see the Oregon games in the South. As far as in the Eastern time zone, they're usually pretty late. This guy is amazing. I think he's probably the best player in the draft, even regardless of the receivers that won the Heisman, the quarterbacks. This guy is going to change Detroit. I can see this happening. Over the past few years, Detroit has been very suspect in drafting wide receivers in the first round. 10 years, 15 years back, they just every time they get a chance, they just kept drafting wide receivers with no consideration for the offensive line and Matthew Stafford. You see he's gone now. This guy is a tremendous athlete and player. He ran a 5.09 40-yard dash. His vertical jump was 28 inches. His bench press was 30 reps at 225 pounds. And his broad jump was 9.1 inches. 3-cone drill, 7.76. And his arm length was 33.1. So typically the NFL wants 34-inch arms length in the arms to be able to keep the defensive ends off of the tackles. They want longer arms. His arms aren't prototypically as long as you want by an inch or so. But the package, this guy is put together like no one else. And I don't mean like he's like a muscular guy or a power lifter kind of guy or weightlifter, but he has the right amount of height and bulk in his lower body to be able to dominate for the next 15 years. You're going to be seeing this guy in the Pro Bowl. Sometimes with the receivers, it's hard to figure these guys out and what they're going to do and how they're going to translate. This guy translates to the NFL, I believe, on day one. It's going to take some time to adjust because of his age. But once he figures out what he's doing, the Detroit Lions are going to be a team on the come up. I can see that. They made a lot of mistakes in the previous times or previous years, and they passed more than they ran. And I believe that if they can develop a running game and a strong defense, that offensive lineman was going to take them places. I remember when the St. Louis Rams drafted the offensive tackle from Ohio State, Orlando Pace. Forgive me if I kind of slow down a little bit. My mind's not working as well as it used to. But they picked Orlando Pace, and everything else kind of fell into place. It's kind of rhymes, but it completely worked that way. And Orlando Pace was the reason why the Rams ended up going to 2 Super Bowls and winning 1. By the way, I'm from St. Louis, so that would explain why I paid attention. But this guy, Penei Sewell, is going to be a Hall of Famer and a perennial All-Pro for years to come. Now I'm actually excited about seeing this guy play. And I think I'll do a lot more focusing on the offensive line and the defensive lines, where I really believe the teams are actually built. A lot of these times these guys get enamored with the skill position players and load up their team with 6 or 7 skill position players, and they're not pushing the team over the top. The offensive line is going to be the heart of the team. You start your teams from the inside and work out. You can have an average wide receiver, but if you have an all-pro offensive line, that wide receiver is going to be a whole lot better. So that's my take on Penei Sewell. I I think that he was a great pick and a game-changing pick for the Detroit Lions, who've been perennial basement dwellers for the past 20 years. And they haven't been good since Bobby Lane's days. Even with Barry Sanders, they were not considered a perennial team. So just be on the lookout for Penei Sewell for the Detroit Lions. Maybe there's a reason to watch Detroit football now. You guys have a great day. Thank you.